who it was from. It was from a complete stranger. If I had to guess, I would tell you that I think he's Australian. I don't know that for a fact, obviously. People don't start emails by saying, hello, I am Australian, do they? What he actually said was, g'day, Davo, it's a good guess, I'll give me that. G'day, Davo, did you know you're a Google whack, Stevo? I thought, well, no, I don't. I don't know what a Google whack is.
A Google whack is what happens when you put 2 words into Google and instead of it coming back saying here are 9,847 pages of information, it comes back saying here is the one and only one hit that we can find out of the whole of the World Wide Web containing your 2 words.
For the record, Dave's 2 words were Francophile and namesakes. Dave decided to set off on a journey to meet other people whose websites were Google whacks. He turned his adventure into a successful stage show that's toured the world. Dave found that Google has become a global phenomenon.
I never met anyone who said, oh, I've never used Google before, but I'll have a look at it. Everyone said, all right, yeah, Google, I know exactly what I'm doing. The world over. And every audience seems to understand it as well without any great explanation.
But as Google grows, trawling billions more web pages every year, finding a Google whack is getting harder and harder.
The chance of only getting the one hit is reduced. It's getting almost impossible. Not that I try anymore. I just know this from the emails I receive from idiots who are playing this game.
We were always confident that we would find a way to make money, even though we didn't know exactly what it was.
In 2000, Larry and Sergey hit the jackpot and turned the corner from successful search engine to successful business. Their secret? A special system of advertising.
So how does it work? Well, if you're trying to find out about, say, Stonehenge, here's what you get. These are ordinary search results. And over here is a list of ads. They're from companies who've picked Stonehenge as a key word which triggers their ad to appear. They're businesses who all think someone searching for Stonehenge might also be interested in them. Now, what's really smart is that those companies only pay when someone clicks on their advert. For advertisers, it's heaven. Every pound of their ad budget brings them interested customers.
Well, the Google advertising system, in many respects, actually really takes the risk out of advertising. It's actually like having a magic fruit machine where you put, for example, maybe £1 in and you know that you're going to be guaranteed to get £10 out.
And that was how a humble student project became the fastest growing and one of the most profitable companies ever.
In August 2004, Larry and Sergey floated Google on the stock market. But they hung on to their idealistic vision. The company motto reminded staff, "Don't be evil." Larry pushed the button to launch Google's stock at a price which valued the company at $27 billion. Back at Google HQ, half the company's employees became millionaires overnight. Google had managed to turn its unconventional style into hard cash. This woman is cashing in on the search engine's success, and she doesn't even work for Google.
I mean, you have 5,000 new people in this area that work for a company that's, worth $1 bazillion now.
Catherine sells some of the most exclusive property in Silicon Valley. She's been dealing with a lot of newly rich Google employees, and she knows what they're looking for. Something like this. Nice pool, 4 bedrooms, yours for $5 million.
A lot of Googlers like buying houses that are done, ready to move in, and all they have to do is just bring their toothbrush and their computer. They have this huge payday that has happened, and they are going to spoil themselves. I work with them, and then they'll buy a home, a beautiful home in the $5 million range.
Catherine says that even after splashing out on a house like this, most of her Google clients still have tens of millions left in the bank. so there's plenty of cash to spend on all those little extras.
The lights that are in this closet were specially made so that they don't ruin your clothes. They come on very softly because research has proven that if you turn on a light and it's bright immediately, it ruins your clothes.
Over the last year, Google's share price has quadrupled. That means more dosh for Googlers and even more commission for Catherine. Not everyone loves Google. As an academic, Jude Carroll complains that today's students would rather download web pages than actually read books.
Google's really changed what people mean by this word research. In my day, people meant going to the library, sitting down, collecting a lot of books and actually looking through them. Now, for a lot of students, research means Google.
Well, I mean, at school, a lot of people use it. Just type in the essay title, you get a lot of information on what you want. Just copy it straight into your essay and say it's your own.
The worst part about Google, the fact that you get other students who literally doss around for a whole year and then just pretty much copy and paste most of their work.
Jude Carroll is now tracking down the cheats, using Google itself to detect copied work.
The student has apparently written attributable to a transgene and those caused by other aspects of dynamic agroenvironment. Well, those of us who read a lot of student work know that that's not the kind of language we would expect from students. So all you need to do is just find a phrase like that and copy it. But when you drop in the exact phrase and just hit the return, it comes up, and usually it's one of the first two or three. Here it is right here. That phrase has produced this website. If I click on this website, here's the whole article here on risk assessment for GM plants, and there, highlighted in yellow, is exactly the phrase that I'm looking for. The real crazy thing is that if the student simply cited this article, they'd get more marks for doing good research. Instead, the student has just pinched it.
It's not just Google's search engine that's creating controversy. Children's writer Judy Blume is angry about one of the company's big new projects. Google Book Search will allow users to view sections of books or even whole books on their computer screens.
We're hoping, first of all, to stop what Google says that they are going to do, which is digitize all our books without our permission or fair compensation.
Google is searching through the bowels of the Bodleian Library in Oxford. The Bodleian will only allow access to books that are out of copyright, but some American libraries are letting Google scan their entire collections. And that's what's upset writers like Judy Blume and her husband.
Google is saying here, oh, surely you must like this because it's going to make your work more available and more known to more people. Well, for sure. I mean, I'd love a movie to be made of my book. That's going to make it more available, but that doesn't mean that I want every studio or any studio to just make a movie without asking my permission and not compensating.
Google respects the copyright of publishers and authors. In the US only, we have in the past scanned some of the books from libraries that are in copyright, but we only make those displayable in a very, very limited way, which would never substitute the purchase of a book.
The Authors Guild of America disagrees and are suing Google. Their writers, like Judy Blume, object to Google's attitude.
A little arrogance there. We can do this, and so we're going to do this. And too bad about you if you don't like it.
Powered by its ever-increasing wealth, Google's developing a whole raft of new products, which, like Google Book Search, will threaten competitors. Take Google Earth, which uses satellite and aerial photography to let you zoom in to Niagara Falls, for instance. Or fly to London. It's good fun, but it also opens up a new source of advertising for Google, finding local businesses. That'll put Google in competition with local listing services. Of course, you could just enjoy the view. And this spells bad